In the quiet town of Akamara, nestled deep within a forest of gnarled trees and mist-covered hills, a long-forgotten mansion stood in eerie silence. Known as the Harrowed Manor, the dilapidated structure had a dark history, shrouded in mystery and terror. Legend spoke of a tragic event that occurred on a moonless night over a century ago. The manor's once celebrated owner, a gifted composer named Victor Harrow, had been engrossed in writing his magnum opus, a haunting symphony said to possess otherworldly power. Desperate for inspiration, he sought to communicate with spirits from beyond, delving into forbidden rituals. As the night drew on, the mansion echoed with ethereal melodies, and strange occurrences unsettled the townsfolk. But the price for such power was high, and as the final notes of the symphony were played, a haunting voice filled the air. The mansion became a gateway, bridging the world of the living with that of the dead. Since that fateful night, the manor had been abandoned, its walls tainted by the tragic events that unfolded within. The townspeople believed that Victor Harrow's spirit still roamed the halls, eternally bound to his unfinished symphony. Years later, a curious group of teenagers decided to explore the mansion on Halloween night, drawn by the allure of its ghostly legends. Among them were Rachel, the adventurous leader, Alex, the skeptic, Emma, the history buff, and Jason, the thrill-seeker. As they ventured inside, the air grew thick with an unnerving aura, and the faint sound of an organ filled the corridors. Rachel couldn't resist the urge to play the piano in the grand ballroom, and as her fingers touched the keys, the haunting melody of the unfinished symphony began to resonate through the room. With each note, the spirit of Victor Harrow awakened, drawn to the music that had eluded him in life. His ghostly presence materialized, hovering over the piano, his hollow eyes fixated on Rachel. The room filled with an icy chill, and the group felt the weight of an otherworldly force. Desperate to escape the spectral presence, they tried to flee, but the doors slammed shut, trapping them inside the haunted mansion. Panic set in as the symphony intensified, and the boundaries between the living and the dead blurred. Each member of the group was confronted with their deepest fears and regrets as the mansion manipulated their minds, twisting reality to torment them. Emma faced the ghosts of her ancestors. Alex was haunted by visions of his deceased mother, and Jason was pursued by the embodiment of his guilt. In the midst of this spectral nightmare, Rachel realized that the symphony demanded completion, and only she could play the final notes. Gathering her courage, she returned to the piano and began to play. As the music reached its crescendo, the mansion trembled, and the ghostly tormentors were forced to retreat. With a final, chilling chord, the symphony reached its conclusion. The mansion fell silent, and the presence of Victor Harrow faded away. The doors reopened, and the group stumbled out into the night, forever changed by their harrowing experience. From that night on, no one dared to enter the Harrowed Manor again, but the haunting melody of the spectral symphony continued to echo through the town, a reminder of the darkness that lurked within its walls. And so, the legend of the cursed mansion lived on, passing from one generation to the next, a cautionary tale of the dangers of tampering with forces beyond comprehension. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe our channel and click the bell icon for more interesting stories.